All right, folks. Thank you for checking in. We're going to do a nice short form today, about 25 minutes or so. So if you're needing a longer practice, you can do this and add on another length practice of your choice, hour, half hour, whatever you'd like. If you just want to do one of the longer ones, I understand. Otherwise, the short form is often very nice to get just what you need without taking too much time. So let's go ahead and get right to the relaxation and start laying down. Deep breath. And continue deep breath. And go ahead and bend the knees and open the knees. Feet together. Deep, deep breath. And go ahead and bring the knees back to chest. Open the arms, legs to the left. And other side. And continue side to side. And come back to knees to chest. And feet together. Let's go ahead and extend the legs. Bend the knees back into the chest. Extend the legs. Bend the knees back into the chest. Extend the legs. Bend the knees back into the chest. And continue. And when you're nice and warmed up in the core, you can hold the knees to chest again. Then hold the backs of the legs. Come on up. And switch to hands and knees. Roll out the back. And continue. Yeah, let's go ahead and take child's pose. And just relax. Take a few deep breaths. Try and relax in your hips and low back, but also in your neck and shoulders. Maybe let out a couple of open mouth breaths. You breathe in, clearing breath out. Good. One more time. Good. And now let's make the breath extra slow. So breathe in real deep. Breathe out very smooth. Take your time. And one more. Very deep breath. The back and the ribs stretch. Breathe out. And come back to center. And press the ribs side to side. And when you've done both sides, take half bows, hugging the arms in. And push into the legs, hips high. Downward dog. Go ahead and pedal your dog where you bend one leg then the other. And go back and forth. And when you're ready, press both heels down, lift the hips high. And walk or lightly hop to the top of the mat, half lift and full fold. Straight back lift, bring the arms up, and relax the arms down. Let's do a few squats. We can have kind of a wide stance, like hip width or a little wider. The feet can be forward or slightly turned out. You just want the knees and the toes to be in the same direction. And you go a little bit down. And if it works for you, you can go really low or moderate. Just keep lots of weight in the heels. That will take pressure off the knees and help make your posterior muscles of hamstrings and glutes stronger, as well as your thighs. And we'll do a couple more. Very good. Forward salute, neutral spine, or gentle back bend. Exhale, downward dog. Lift the hips high. Take deep breath. Knees down. Exhale, lower all the way. Reach back through the feet. Inhale, easy cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, easy cobra, and lift the hands. Exhale, release. Inhale, half locust, feet stay down. Lift chest, arms back. Exhale, lower. Lift the chest and the legs. Locust. And release. Cobra, using the arms but a little bit. And then exhale, release. And Sphinx pose. Feet fairly together, reach back through the feet. Deep breath. And come on down. Use the core and lift. Plank. And downward dog. And walk or hop up. Feet to hands, take a half lift and a full fold. Chair pose, Utkatasana. You can do it a little bit, medium or really low. Just don't go lower than the knees with the hips. A little higher than the knees is good for the strength. When you start to go really low, it's not strengthening anymore. It's a good stretch for your ankles, but yeah, for strength, you can go low but not too low, and you breathe and switch to plank again. Top of a push-up. And then knees down, elbows down. Plank on the elbows, dropping the hips, squeezing the core, firming the legs. And Sphinx. And if you like, lengthen the arms, but only if it feels good. Have a strong action of the ankles, reaching back, pressing through the pinky toenails. And come on down. Extending the right arm overhead, holding the side of the head, flexing the feet, and lifting that top leg. And opening the knee, lifting. And either holding the knee or holding the foot and extending the leg. You can leave it bent. That's good if your ham's tight. You can eventually extend it more fully. And if you find yourself losing your balance, bend your bottom leg. Otherwise, the challenge of the balance is part of the stretch. Deep breath. And then release. Other side. Engage the feet. Lift and lower. And then switch to the stretch. And release. Come on down. Now take Cobra. And release. Tuck the chin. Roll to Cobra. Exhale, lower. And bring the hands to the low ribs. You could lift to neutral or lift to upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Step very, very lightly, right foot up to warrior one. Nice slow step will make your core strong. And align as you see fit. You can have the arms wide or hands together. And then squaring the hips, switch to warrior two. Neutral lift, abdomen in. Side angle, left arm vertical. Come back to warrior two. And glide down to lunge position, runner's pose. You can stay like this. This tends to slouch your back a little bit, but you try and lift the chest. You can hold the knee, that will help. You can lift higher, that will go deep into the hip flexors. You have the arms up, if it feels good. Exhale. Downward dog. And child's pose. Come up to sitting or kneeling. Big step up. Runner's lunge. And let's go ahead and take warrior one. Squaring the hips, aligning the arms as you like, breathing, keeping the knee forward or slightly open, and then switch to warrior two. The hips are facing the side. Just here for a little bit, and then take neutral lift, abdomen in, left arm up. Side angle, right arm vertical, left arm light on the thigh. Back to warrior two, down into the lunge, runner's position, and either stay in the lunge or lift, and the arms lift. Exhale. Downward dog. And if you'd like, take cobra or up dog. Back to downward dog. And kneeling position, take the right arm under and lay into the stretch. You could lay on your forearm of the other arm or have the arm extended, whatever works for you. Switch sides. And come back to center. Let's go ahead and switch to a nice cross-legged position. And we'll do fire breath, fast breathing through the nose. Exhale fully. And lion's roar. Breathe in through the nose. Look up, tongue out, exhale. Very good. Two more. All right. Let's come back to that shoulder stretch variation, kind of like threading the needle, but staying laid down. Put your left arm under. We did the left side a little too short last time, so let's do that a little bit longer. Breathe and just sink into it. I apologize. Sometimes I do some sides a little too short, and I encourage you to always hit pause and do it longer if you need, or if it's your tight side, you can do it twice later on. If it's your loose side, it might work out perfectly for you. All right, and then we're going to do the right side, but not for quite as long. So more silence, less talking to pass the time. There we go, very good. And the body's nice and relaxed. We're ready for a strengthening seated pose. So we can take Dandasana, sitting bones back, sit tall, either push into the ground or lift the arms. Lift the chest, deep breath. And keep reaching forward through the chest and relax the back of the neck. And release the forward bend. Let's take Navasana. You can hold the ground, leave the legs kind of bent, or extend the legs and arms more fully. And then come into low position and swim. And then just relax. Deep breath. Let's do a couple more sighs. So we breathe in, clearing breath out. One more. Very good. And let's come back to the butterfly to stretch the hips. Breathe into your hands or put your hands under your head. Really, you can arrange the arms any way that feels really good. Breathing into the hands for some is very soothing. So just do what you need. Keep breathing. And knees to chest. We'll do a closing twist. So the basic twist I really like, but if you know a more advanced twist, go ahead. This is our final pose before the final pose, Shavasana. Nice stretch into the side of the body, the back and the hips. Keep breathing. If you know one side is tight, you can do that extra. So if your second side is tight, maybe start it now. If this first side is tight, and you know the second side's a lot looser, then go ahead and hold that a little extra. Otherwise, we'll do both sides. In my teaching, I'll try and have it be approximate, but for you, go ahead and do it to the level that you need to. You can just wait till there's a feeling of evenness. And then eventually take your Shavasana. If you're still working on the stretch, that's totally fine. Eventually, when you're in Shavasana, close the eyes, soften the breath. You're welcome to turn the volume off and do long Shavasana. Otherwise, we'll do a few minutes together. you're ready, deepen the breath. Gradually come back to the body. Take knees to chest. Closing seat. Do a clearing breath. And breathe out. Breathe in. And inhaling. Namaste. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Hopefully this short form was just what you needed today. I will be back throughout the weekend. I'll do a vinyasa on Saturday, and I'll try and see if I can slip in some bonus classes here and there, maybe some core work, or a relaxing class, or both. Yes, please tune in. These classes are all for donation, so check in the description below. And thank you so much for your ongoing support. It's a good day to stay hydrated, as always. I'm going to grab my glass and lead by example. The old school yogis say no water before, during, or after. And there's a science to that in terms of like clearing out mucus in the body and keeping your stomach light and the agni, that stomach digestive fire, nice and hot. But I'm about to pack it ready, blitz out the road, and keep my toddler in check during this drive to go see my in-laws. So I gotta hydrate. It's gonna be 104 where we're going. So whereas the ideal is good in the ideal setting, if you need to drink water before, during, or after yoga, it's better than being dehydrated. So best wishes. Take care. Rock and roll. Thanks again.